Hey there, welcome to my channel. I have a fun idea today. It's not a formal video, but I wanted to show you around my yard. It is Monday, the kids are back in school, spring break is over, and I was just noticing yesterday how it's like here in central North Carolina, I'm in zone 7B, everything has just come to life. And spring is such a magical time anyway, but I thought it would be so fun to show you around some of the things that have caught my eye in the landscape. So I thought today, first thing to start the week off would be really fun to show you my landscape, and I want to also talk about what I'm thinking I want to do in the front where I am renovating that plant bed. And if you haven't seen the series on how to design your landscape, I featured my front yard and gave a few options on different designs that we could do, and so I want to show you how that bed has come to life and what I'm thinking I want to do. So I want to take you on a little tour. I just want to show you especially my lilacs. You are in for a treat. So we're gonna go wander around the yard and just spend some time together this morning. So here's the first bed that I want to show you. This is my favorite bed, I think, of all of them. I have so many different varying plants in here that I just love and that are sentimental as well, and I'll explain. So across the front, I have 4 roses. A hot pink one on either end, right there. As you can see, they are about to bloom. And this is so beautiful when it does bloom. And then I have 2 memorial roses. This is a yellow rose for my mother-in-law, who we lost a couple of years ago. As you can see, it's getting ready to bloom. And my father's memorial rose, which is right here, and it is also yellow. Across the front, I have the daffodils that have bloomed out that were so beautiful, and then some tulips, which they are just collecting energy for next year. And then I have on this end, I have allium, one here, one there, and then 2 irises. And then in the middle, I have limelight hydrangeas, which I have 3 of them. And this is my favorite plant. And so I am so excited to see how they do and how well they take off this year. Get a better view. And I'm sorry for the angle of the sun, but I think it shows off the beauty of the hydrangea. So I've got that one and then that one. And my hope is they are just going to get really, really large and, you know, explode. There's a sweet ladybug. Probably eating some aphids. All right, and then moving on, I have another allium. I have never grown them before, so I'm really excited to see. There's a little spider on that one. Look at the color. It looks like little firecrackers or little sparklers, I guess. And then here I have one of my, also one of my very favorite plants. This is called a Viburnum Tinus. And it, to me, I don't know how to explain the characteristic that I love most, but I'm going to try. These have their branches sort of float out and up. They lay out, and so the blooms almost look like they are floating on a mature viburnum. I love the look of them. They are often mistaken for a hydrangea, but obviously bloom before the hydrangea. And for mine, the blooms are tucked inside and not on the ends, but will become more prevalent as the plant gets bigger. Another thing that I love about this is its leaf. The vein structure of the leaf, I just love the way it looks. It's like very prevalent, and I love that. I also have some oak leaf hydrangeas that they just bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom, and they grow and they multiply. a client of mine didn't want them, and so I have 3. One here, which you can kind of see it's got an oak leaf, hence the name oak leaf hydrangea. I have another one there, and then one hidden. It is very overplanted and crowded, and that's okay. I love the look of this bed. My neighbor planted 3 roses across the top as well, and I love how this bed goes together and matches. We sort of share this area, so I think that's really, really cool that they did that too. So he has a red or hot pink, and then a yellow in the middle. Moving on to this. This is sort of the wood line for my end of my driveway. I'm going to stand here so that you can see it. So it fills in nicely with all sorts of different trees that are just starting out. So saplings and volunteers and anything and everything. A lot of poison ivy I have to keep sprayed. I am highly allergic. So I have 4. I had 4 azaleas. They just do not look well, so I'm going to move these at some point, probably this fall. So azaleas here, and then I have this dogwood that I just happened to pop here. This I found on clearance for $15 at Walmart last year, and it just bloomed for the first time this year. And look at the bloom. Isn't it beautiful? It's doing really, really well. Leaning a little bit forward due to the other trees. This is such a pretty bed. When it blooms, I will show you again. Next, I want to show you my apple tree and all its magnificence. Kind of have to stand back to see the whole thing. I don't know what variety this is. We got it at Lowe's about 8 years ago and planted it. We had 2 of them. One died, so we just assumed, you know, apples have to cross-pollinate, and so we assumed we would not get apples from it, but it was doing well. Can I tell you, in the summertime, we probably get anywhere from 200 to 400 apples off of this tree, and I'm not exaggerating. They are delicious, and the tree just gets so weighed down with them. I can't wait to show you. I love this tree so much. It's been so much fun. It's kind of a random spot for an apple tree, but we love this tree so much. All right, so let's move on to my lilacs. This is a true story. I have hated these things every year, and they've never bloomed like this. They have never looked like this. I was going to rip them out. And then this year, they put on a show that looks like this and makes me fall in love with these gorgeous lilacs. I will not be ripping them out. As a matter of fact, I will be taking really, really good care of them because look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? These are the Miss Kim Lilac. I mean, all the way around, just magnificent. And the smell is unbelievable. They smell so good. And what I love about it is the dark, they start out dark purple, and then as they open, you know, of course, they're the very light purple, but all the different varying shades of purple. Almost white. Aren't these gorgeous? Next up, I want to show you my purple leaf plum trees. The color, the deep purple, I just think they are magnificent. There is something about this color that I love so much. I think it's probably my favorite plant leaf color. But do you see how it pops against that, the green of everything coming to life? I just think it's so pretty. All right, next we are going to talk about and look at my front landscape. So this is the bed that I have been working on and thinking about, and We had 4 roses across the front. I did a series, as I said earlier in the video, on how to design your landscape. If you didn't see that series, go back and take a look at it. So I had 4 roses across the front. We removed 2, and I'll be showing you where those are. And then I was going to remove everything. And then when I removed the 2 center roses, I thought, this actually is something that I like. And so then I did a design on putting something in the middle and leaving these hydrangeas. I really am glad that I did that. I love this look. And I am definitely going to keep the 2 outer plants, the rose and the hydrangea. These are little lime hydrangeas. So a dwarf hydrangea like what I have over in my rose bed that I just showed you. And then I have a gardenia here and a gardenia on the end. I am going to be getting rid of those. Have a nice weed. Gonna be getting rid of that. And I am going to be planting, I believe, a camellia right in the middle, and then something around the base. Probably some flowers, something to bring some pretty color. Maybe that I can even change out. So maybe some annuals. I'm not 100% sure there. These are about to burst open with life. The blooms, it is covered in blooms, and I love them. There's a lot of people that are not fans of knockout roses. I am not one of those. I think they are just magnificent and so easy to take care of. They're a rose without the maintenance of the hybrid tea roses. And there's Miss Riley. Say hey, Riley. Say hey. This is my little lime hydrangea. It will be beautiful. It has filled in. I want it to continue to fill in over here, which I imagine it will do. The gardenia, we're just not even gonna, I think I'm gonna move it to somewhere and see if I can't bring it back to life where Kirby cannot use the bathroom on it. You see a common theme? There's my old boy Kirby. He just does what he wants when he wants. Again, my little lime hydrangeas. I love these. Roses, gardenia. I am going to be pulling up every last one of these, and I'm going to build something out of it for our hot tub. I'm going to build some steps. Coming around the front, these are pincushion flowers. And if you don't know these, I want to introduce you to them. These are a perennial that for whatever reason, as I said, I'm in zone 7B. These never stop blooming. Even in the coldest days of winter, they still have blooms. They still look nice. They multiply, and I just really, really like these. Moving on around, this is a Anthony water Spirea. It has hot pink flowers that are getting ready to open, and just a really, really pretty plant for especially against a stone backdrop. They're really, really nice. I have hydrangeas that get massive. I'm actually probably, I was just looking at this. I think I'm going to come in and cut back. I'm not supposed to do this, but probably cut back the stalks just to keep it smaller this year. And behind here, I have the loropetalum that have just finished blooming. And look at the differences in the leaves. Do you see how they have some green, some purple? Isn't that cool? And then as the summer goes on, they get darker and darker purple. I just love these. These are my favorite. And then behind there, I have some Cleara. All right, I think that ends our tour. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope it was enjoyable for you. I hope that you have a great day, and I hope you have a chance to go get your hands dirty and enjoy what all springtime brings. And I will look for you in another video, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody.